Okay, we are going to talk about how to solve an exponential equation where the base cannot be broken down and we therefore cannot just go and compare exponents. When we have the formula that we're actually going to use is, let's use c to the x equals d. We are solving for the exponents. We're going to use logs to solve for the exponents. It's going to be the division of two logs. The base of the exponential that you have is going to go in the basement of the fraction, and therefore the other term that you have left over is going to be the log of that term in the numerator. This is helpful because we can't always break down a base. If I take a look at this first example here, yes, 9 we know is 3 to the second, but there's nothing that we know. 57 doesn't have a base that I can break it down to anything. So this problem cannot be broken down in that sense, and therefore we're going to use the change of base formula that we have. So I'm solving for my exponent. 9 is the base, so it's going to be the log of 9 in the denominator, and we're going to have the log of 57 then in the numerator. You're most likely going to have to resort to a calculator to figure out that, making sure you're closing parentheses as you type it in your calculator, round to 3 decimal places, and we're going to get 1.840. Okay, now the equations are going to start to get a little bit more complicated in the sense that the formula that I gave over here on the right-hand side solves for the exponent. But when the exponent is becoming a little bit more complicated, we're just going to add a couple more steps. So I recognize that 14 and 76 are not bases that I can break down, so I'm going to need the formula. I'm solving for the exponent, so I'm solving for 4x. So I have the log of 76. 14 is the base. It's going to go in the bottom. So the log of 76 divided by the log of 14 is 1.641. And that's equal to 4x. So I have one extra step in the sense that I need to divide both sides by 4, and I will get a final answer of 0.410. So if you have extra steps, you're going to solve them normally. Some of those extra steps might come before you even start the problem. That formula that's on the right-hand side cannot be used unless you are set an exponential equal to a number. So this 9 that I have right here in this problem needs to be moved over to the right-hand side before I even start the problem. Now that I have just an exponential and a number, I can use the formula and set my exponent equal to the division of two logs. 19 is the base. 85 will go then in the numerator. So we're going to figure out that the log of 85 divided by the log of 19 is 1.509. And we're going to subtract 1 from both sides, so we're going to actually just get 0.509. And that is 3 different ways to solve an exponential where you cannot break down the base.